So very good morning, friends. The first session of today's, that is networking with the industry. From last 4 days, we are uh, discussing that how we can have effective interaction or effective network with the industry. So in this session, we will be discussing that whether whatever we are doing, that we have interaction. In majority of institutions, there is a one triple I cell, industry institute interaction cell, and it is the responsibility of the triple I to interact with the industry. For what? For campus interview, for the placement of the students, for industrial visits, for the project works, and all that. That is what is triple I. But here I am using the word networking with the industry or word of work. Word of work means where any economic activity is going on. That is for us word of work. Word of work is a broad broad word for the industry, because sometimes some teachers say that industry is very narrow, but word of work is a more appropriate for networking with the word of work. So can anybody just share that what we understand by the word networking with the industry?
Sir, good morning.
Very good morning, ma'am.
Sir, this is from Erode Sengundar Engineering College, Tamil Nadu, sir.
Yes, madam. Madam Shamla.
Yes, sir, Dr. Shyamala. Sir, according to my perception, networking with the industry means normally for a case of colleges, we are we are having a memorandum of understanding. With that, we are normally conducting value-added courses, which are all required, which are all bridges the gap between the academic institutions and industries by industry peoples, so that the students can able to understand what is actually going on in an industry. And the second case for an industry is we are calling alumni students, those who are working in an industry, so that they can share their views and they can share their ideas for working in an industry. And by that, alumni students normally placements are placement offers can be obtained for in colleges. Along with that, we are conducting some industrial visits and internship programs for students for really work in an industry. That's all according to my perception, networking with the industry, sir.
That is networking with the industry. Very good, man. Very good.
Thank you,
Because
sir.
majority of institutions have some MOU uh, with the industry, and that we consider that this is networking with the industry. Yes, Madam Archana.
Good morning, sir. I am Dr. Archana Shirbhate from Anjuman College of Engineering and Technology.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir,
Yes.
actually, networking in the industry means it is maintaining the professional relationship with which helps the individuals and organization for exchanging the information, and it helpful for the students for their career growth, knowledge sharing, problem solving, business development. So these are the factors the students can learn from the industry network. And this the networking again is essential skill for personal growth of the students, and the fostering innovation, ensuring professional relevance for changing industry landscapes, sir.
Okay, madam. Thank you. Thank you. That is what we say, that is networking. Thank you, Madam Archana. Anyone else, please?
Thank you, sir.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hello. Madam. Madam.
Am I audible, sir? I'm Abha
Yes.
Maheshwari.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
Abha Maheshwari from Manav Rachna Institute, Faridabad. As per our understanding, networking is being in contact with the people who are working in industry. This helps us, for example, we are from School of Design, so this help to our students to understand and know what is happening in industry, and it is more of a give and take relationship. So when they need a students for some work, we can collaborate, and we can give our student, experience, real time experience to work in industry. So if they have any event, they do call our students, and that's where we can collaborate even without the MOU. So it's more of a mutual understanding as well. So MOU is definitely part of it, and this helps students to understand what's happening in the industries, what are the avenues, what can be done, and industry is also aware at the same time of what kind of student or which skill set of student is there in the market. So it's a win-win situation for all. Networking actually makes things much better. And it's also a slightly influential mechanism as well, that many people in the industries who are working in a different aspects. So that makes thing much better when you want to contact somebody, or people from reference to references, and those are much trusted references.
Very good, ma'am. Very good, ma'am Ava. That is what you have used two words: win-win situation for both. And
Yes.
secondly, you have said that there is a mutual benefit, mutual something you are doing which is beneficial to industry and which is beneficial to institute. That is what we will say, that is networking with the industry. Because if we are always asking something from the industry, then sometimes they say that you are asking for the placement of the students, you are asking for the industrial visit of the students, then you are asking for some expert lectures. What in return? What we will be getting in return? That is important, because whatever we are doing, that is one sided affair or one way traffic. That is we want. You have also used one give and take. We want to make it two-way traffic. We are also beneficial to them and they are also beneficial to us. I think that relation, if we have with the industry, then we can say that we have networking, effective networking with the industry. So, first, my friends, we will discuss why it is required. So,
Sir,
why
to
need for
understand,
networking with the, yes, ma'am.
sir, actually, the networking with the world of work industry is required to understand what is going on in the industry. Otherwise, what we are teaching in the colleges is entirely different, and the industry environment will be entirely different. So that if the students is placed in any of a company, they couldn't able to work over there without understanding the requirement of an industry. So that always academic institutions needs and in networking with the industry, so for our student success.
Yes, madam. But we should also think something about the industry, that what we can do for the industry. Yes, we want that our students should be trained so that exposure of the industry is given to the students. Can we do something for the industry? We
Sure,
should
sir.
be also beneficial. We should be also beneficial to the word of work, to the industry. That is what I will be discussing in this session. Can we do something for the industry so that it is a two-way traffic? There is a mutual benefit to the industry as well as to the academia.
Through consultancy activities, sir.
Yes, that we will discuss. That there are so many things that we can do for the industry. So,
Okay, sir.
uh,
Thank you.
why we need for networking with the word of work? Industry complains about quality of our students. Generally, whenever we talk with the industry, with the stakeholders, with the employers, they say that students are not employable. Students are not of good quality because there is different survey. NISCOM and all that, that only 25 to 30% students are employable, and 20 to 30% students are employable with some training, because big industrial houses, they have their own training centers, and more than 50% students are not employable at all. Why? They say that whatever you are teaching, that is some majority of that is not required by the industry. And what is the required by the industry? That you are not teaching. So there is a gap between the requirements of the industry and requirements of our academia. Can we bridge that gap with networking with the industry? Then students not totally aware of their job function in industry. Students do not know that what there will be role in the industry, what they will be doing, because in industry different functional areas are there. Like we have discussed, there is a one R&D center, there production planning center, there quality control, then supervision, planning, sales and management, all that. Students, because majority of students do not have much exposure of the industry, so they are unaware that what they will be doing in the industry, how they will be helpful to the industry, because we are teaching the students in a undergraduate program about 40 to 45 subjects, and in diploma 30 to 35 subjects. What is use of those subjects in the industry? Means our instructional process is not linked with the industrial processes. Then soft skills are missing in our students, because yesterday also I have discussed that they want that students with hard skills, with their technical skills, they must have some soft skills. Like we can devote about 80 to 85% of time around technical skills, but sometime around 15 to 20% time must devote for developing soft skills in the students through different experiential learning. Like soft skills are leadership, handling of workers, communication, interpersonal relations, teamwork, etc. are missing in students. That is also part of our curriculum, these soft skills should also be developed in the students through different experiential learning. Then curriculum does not meet expectations of industry. Sometimes we have seen that our curriculum is obsolete. They have been not updated from last 5 to 6 years or 5 to 10 years. Then majority of us do not have much industrial experience. Majority of us, we are not knowing that how industry is working, what are the requirements of the industry. That is why even our regulatory bodies, AICT, UGC, and different other regulatory bodies, they have made it mandatory that the teachers who are inducted for this teaching jobs, they must be sent for the industrial training, so that they know what are the requirements of the industry, how industry is working. And even our in the recent budget, the budget says that around in 500 top companies, students will be given internship. They have made the provision for the internship of the students in the top 500 industries. Then latest practices in industry not known to teachers, and that is why our students also do not know that what is requirements of the industry, how industry is working. So again and again, because ultimately the students has come to us for the employment, and where employment will be taking place in the industry, because day by day government jobs are on the lesser side. So majority of students will have to work in the private sector. So we have to see that all these things are developed in of the students so that they are competent. Then I come to why network, why networking. So technical education and industry work in close collaboration for sharing our physical, human, and informational sources for mutual benefit. For mutual benefit. Mutual benefit of both. So what is there that we can collaborate with each other? So technical education and industry work in close collaboration for sharing physical, human, and informational sources for mutual benefit. What is there in networking? We have some physical resources. We have labs, we have workshops, we have instruments, we have equipment. Industry have their own machines, instruments, setups. So can we share our sources with them and they share their sources with us? Human resources. We have very competent, qualified faculty in our institutions. They have their professionals. Can we help them and they help us? Informational sources. We have in majority of institutions very good libraries, journals, national, international, and they have their own libraries. In every industry, there is some library where they have their good manuals and the latest technology which are they are using. Can we allow them to use our library and we are allowed to use their libraries for mutual benefit so that both are benefited? Presently, what we are doing, we want to use their physical resources, we want their professionals to come our institution, we want to use their libraries, but in return what we are doing for them? Majority of institution, they are silent on this issue, because when we are asking every time something from the industry, then that relation is not long lasting for anyone. If I am asking from someone every time that you give me this, you give me this, then they will say that okay, it is more than enough, I will not be having much relation with you, further relations, right? Similarly, if we are helpful to the industry, we are doing something for them, then they will come forward to help us. You agree with me or not, sir?
Yes, sir,
Yes,
agree,
sir.
agree.
I think that is the networking, because whatever we majority of institutions are doing, that is one-sided affair, that is one-way traffic. We want that this should be made two-way traffic, give and take.
So for that consent of both the parties and also involvement of both the teams are needed.
Yes,
Not only two minds.
no, not two minds. Both parties they should come forward. That is what, well, you are. I understand that there is maybe some problem in some institution, but to the extent possible, individually we can also do something. Individually, departments can also do something. Of course, some policy decisions will have to be taken at the directorate level or university level or department level, like, but even individuals can do something for the industry. What is that? That I will also discuss. Technical institution will have to help industries in offering continuing education programs through formal and non-formal modes for people working in industries at different levels. Means, can we offer 1 day program, 2 day program, 3 day program, maybe 1 week program for the industry people? We have such and such department, they have these strengths, these are the labs, these are the equipments, these are the instruments, and such teacher has competency in offering 1 day program for the industry. Industry is ready to pay. Payment is not problem, they will pay, but first of all we will have to show to them that we can do something for the industry. We are also capable, we have this competency, but for this we will have to advertise ourselves. How advertise? We will have to contact the industry. See, such and such person is there in the department, in the institution, who can do something for the industry for you. Maybe having you a departmental brochure, Department of Civil Engineering, we can have 1 day program on limbed state design for you. We can have 1 day program on some software, use of software. New softwares are coming. Can we offer 1 day program that how to use this particular software? Department of Architecture, can we 1 day program for using of the CAD software in the architecture? Because in the industry there may be some manpower who do not know about the CAD. Whatever new technology are coming, what are your strengths are there? Because at NITTTF Chandigarh, we are doing a lot of activities in this direction. Even recently, our Chandigarh station at Chandigarh, they have recruited new SDOs, Js in Department of PWD, in the Department of Electrical Engineering. Our departments offered 1 week program for them, so that their skills are upgraded. Similarly, can we think for 1 day program or 1 week, depending upon the strength? Are we doing this thing for industry, sir? Anyone, please? Yes? Anyone, please? Madam Abba or Madam Shamla, Madam Archana, are we doing some of this?
Sir, actually, some of the things we are used to do in our college. Some of the things we are used to do in our college.
Okay. You are doing something of this regarding in some departments.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Very good. Very good. Anyone else?
Like we are offering PhD for executives.
PhD
programs.
PhD program for working professionals.
Yes, who do not have the time from 9 to 5 to take the courses.
Part-time PhD you are offering. Very good. Then solving industrial problems through action research, consultancy projects, and students project work. That we can also do. But only thing is that we will have to go to the industry. We will have to go to the world of work to identify what are the small problems in the industry which we can handle. Can we do some action search for them. They have some problems or some project work, live project work from the industry. Some of us may be doing like students project work in some institutions. Then testing of materials and calibration of industrial instruments. Testing of materials, very required, very much required by the world of work, by the different departments, because they may not be having that testing facilities. So can we offer testing services to the industry, to the world of work? When I am talking about world of work, both government and private sector, private, public and government, all those sectors are covered, and there is a lot of scope of calibration of industrial instruments. But for that, we will have to show, yes, we can do something for you. Then training of their managers in different human resource development areas. Because some of our nodal centers, they have very good that good human resource development centers also. Can we offer one-day program for the industry? These are some of the examples that we can do. You can think of your own areas, like our some teachers are there from pharmacy area. You can think of how we can have give the help to the pharmaceutical industry, so that there is a networking with the industry. There is a mutual benefit to both industry as well as to the academia. So we can think to the extent possible that what we can do for the industry, so that whatever we are doing, that should be made two-way traffic. We are doing something for them, they will be doing for us. And during this give and take, there will be a win-win situation, and our student will be trained. And as a faculty member, we will be also able to linking our instructional process with the industry. When I am doing something for the industry, I know that what is the application of this subject in the industry, or what I am required to teach the students so that they are helpful to the industry. So that is how we should try to help the industry. Then industry is also there, that they are already supporting us in our curriculum development. At NIT Chandigarh, we have a lot of industry linkage, so that whenever we design or revise any curriculum, we have the feedback from the industry, from the stakeholders. Then training of teachers and students in industrial processes, so that theory is integrated with the practice. That is what majority of our institutions are taking help from the industry. We are going for the industrial training. We are sending our students for the industrial training. Then in majority of institutions, industry-based project works is also being taken. Professional management of the institution. Some institutions, they have some experts of the industry people on our BOG, whatever called you, Board of Governors or Board of Management, so that they give us the right kind of directions, that how we can have proper network with the industry. Then industry comes for expert lectures in the emerging and thrust areas. So industry is also helping us, but in return, we will have to think that how we can help the industry. And one thing I would like to just discuss here, that in majority of institutions, it is thought that there is a triple I cell and one TPO or one training placement officer or whatever you name it, it is there, and it is his or her responsibility. But please think that only one person, I am of background of civil or mechanical, he cannot justify for the your 4 or 5 branches. Every teacher, it is the responsibility of every teacher to have the interaction with the industry. Because like a department of architecture is there, department of textile design is there, department of mechanical engineering there. So we will be in we will having more interaction with the industry in a way that we know that what is the requirement of the industry. If only your TPO will be interacting with the industry, then they will not be able to give proper feedback to us. So if in a department our 4 or 5 teachers are there, and in a year they contact only one industry, only visit one industry, we should have them with them professional linkage who are at your back and call. Then you see that within short time, number of industries will be having good linkage with the with you. One of my center was telling that they are in a remote area. We can take example from BITS planning. So like that, there are so many institutions who are in a remote area, but still they have very good linkage, very good networking with the industry. So to the extent possible, we will have to work for the linkage with the industry, for network with the industry, so that ultimately our students are benefited, we are benefited. We are means we will be having knowledge, skill in the latest practices being adopted by the industry. And many teachers, they have very good consultancy practices because they know that what are the requirements of the industry. They are working with the industry. Of course, there may be some norms of every institution that what will be that distribution of that consultancy. So norms will be there, but they have very good interaction with the industry. So for this, uh, that is how our on one side our academia, technical institutions are there, and on the other side, word of work is there. Can we interact with each other, share our resources? That is what we have discussed. Sharing expertise for curriculum development, instruction resource development, sharing physical and human resource technical manpower through formal and non-formal programs. Organizing seminars and conferences in emerging areas of technology, sharing expertise for solving technical and management problems. That is how we can have effective network with the. We want that we should try to have effective network with the industry. So can I know that how much interaction, how much network we are having with the industry? Okay. Madam Archana, yes, madam. Yes,
Sir,
Archana, madam.
actually, we used to do, firstly, we did the MOU with the Power Grid, because my
Power grid.
students are basically from electrical engineering background. So we did the MOU with the Power Grid so that their faculty can come to us and teaches our students, and they provide the internship program to my students. This is first thing. Secondly, I send my projectee students to industry for doing the electrical audit.
Electrical
So
auditing.
Yes, for auditing. This is the project I used to give to my students so that they can do the audit for the industry. This we can usually do, sir.
Yes, that is very good project, because mostly industries have problem of that they have uh, very large that electricity bill. So can we reduce that bill to some extent? That is what electrical auditing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, very good, ma'am. And you have a proper interaction with the proper network with the power grid. That
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Now we have proposed one very uh, distinct model. Actually, this is also now have been made compulsory by the industry, by the AICT, that we have two academic terms. One is academic term, that is what we are doing. That is, it aims at developing knowledge, skill, and attitude in the students. That is what majority of us are doing, imparting instructions in the KSA for the development of knowledge, skill, and attitude in the concerned field, concerned branch. And one more thing, that is work term. This work term will provide opportunities to the students to transfer the knowledge and skill gained in the solution of practical problems in industries. Whatever our students have gained, that is KSA, can they use that knowledge, skill, and attitude for the solution of practical problems of industry? That is concept of use. Whatever competencies have been developed in the students, can they use for some solution of practical problems in the industry? For that, we have proposed a uh, some model that how we can have that industrial exposure during the course of the studies. Then first is that we should have in very first year structured and supervised exposure oriented workbench involvement of students of 2 to 3 weeks duration after the first year of the degree or diploma program. After the first year, maybe degree, maybe diploma, there should be structured and supervised exposure oriented workbench involvement of students depending upon the time, 2 to 3 weeks or 4 weeks duration. May I know that how many institutions are doing this, that after first year they are sending the students for that this industry oriented exposure? Yes, anyone please?
Sir, in Anjuman College, sir, it is compulsory for every student to go for the internship program. When there is a winter vacation, whenever there is a summer vacation, so we used to send our student for the Kaparkheda power station, thermal power station, do the internship program over there, and come back. And unless and until they show the certificate of internship, they cannot able to take the admission in higher semester, sir.
That you have made it mandatory for them.
Yes, sir, it is
Even,
mandatory. In our college, in every branch, every department used to do all these practices, sir.
and madam, what do you understand by structured and supervisor? Structured and supervised, I have used two words. It should be structured and it should be supervised. Structured means there should be proper planning. Before sending the students to the industrial exposure, there should be proper planning, prior planning, that how what they are supposed to do in the industry.
Sure.
And supervisor,
Yes, yes, of course. Supervise means actually, I want to interrupt you.
supervise means after coming back from the industry training or internship program, they used to give the seminar, so that whatever the knowledge they take from the industry, they have to share with the experts and with the other students, sir.
That is very good, madam. That is required. That is the purpose of this exposure. But here, I like, if we can send our students of first year. I am not saying that very big industrial houses. Like, I am from civil engineering. We teach our students brick. We teach our students timber under the building materials. Right? Can I send my students to a brick kiln? That how brick is being made, what type of earth is being used, what type of brick kiln is there, how many bricks are made in one day, why frog is there in the brick. Is there any need of teaching all that? Why me? Because he or she actually has seen in the field that how brick is being manufactured. Similarly, can I send my students to a timber shop? How timber is being seasoned? What type of timbers are available in the market? What is their rate? At what rate and in cubic meter, or what, how it is being sold? I will send my students to a hardware shop. I can send my students to a sanitary ware shop, to a lime uh, industry or some cement. I am not saying that we have to send our students very far away from their place of residence. Sometimes when we say that first year exposure, then we may think that they will be going to very big industrial houses and they will not allow. A student of mechanical engineering, in every small town, there are workshops where they have their lathe, some other type of machines, drilling machine, welding machine. Can our students go there, can see that how welding is taking place, how lathe is working? A student of electronics engineer, in every small town there are some electronics repairing shops. Can our students go there and have some exposure that how the electronics gadgets are being repaired? A student of like electrical engineer, every small town has substation or transformers are there. What type of transformers are being used? And even I will say that a student cannot explain that what is the difference between 5 ampere and 15 ampere that switches. They have wiring in their home. Can they identify what type of wires has been used, what type of switches have been used? So small things they are to prepare. But for that, like students of computer engineering, because in the majority of institutions, students are not able to see the computer from PCs from inside. There may be some hardware shops where computers are being repaired so that they can see from inside. There is a one hard disk is there. What are different components in a computer, in PC? Students of architecture can go to a where building construction, how the that interpretation of the drawings are being take place, what type of drawings are available, how the drawings are to be folded. So like that small activities. But for that we will have to give some feedback, that some planning should be made. Like we have prepared one, that workbook. In this workbook we have written workbook for civil engineering students for general field exposure in summer vacation after first year examination. We as a teachers will have to prepare something, that what they are required to do in the field, and then they will give a one day seminar. 1 hour seminar. Can we do something like this? And even I would like to share with you that in Haryana, recently we have prepared their curriculum, and after the first year, they have started implementing this industry-oriented exposure. In many institutions, they are very happy that students, when they come back, they have something that I have this branch and I have done this. So can we think, and even AICT, our other regulatory bodies, they have made it mandatory that students should be sent, and in some institutions they have started that they are giving some projects in their institutions only. If they can send outside, then we can also think of that. If not possible, that students should be given industrial exposure to their related branch, right? Then after the second year, structured and supervised branch specific task oriented field experience for at least 4 weeks duration after second year. After second year, can we give small what we call minor projects? Because with the introduction of NSQF, National Skill Qualification Framework, and even our NEP talks about the exit after every year. Our National Education Policy 2020 says that students can exit after first year, students can exit after second year, students can exit after third year. So if the students want to exit after first year, then they will have to have some industrial exposure, so that they can have that whatever branch they have taken, that what is industry is doing in that area, so that he or she has some competency, knows something about that branch. If then the student enters in second year, maybe after some time, and then he or she can also exit after. So multi-entry and exit is there. So it is very, very important that at every exit, students are given some competency of the industry related projects. Then here we can say that this is your minor project. Whatever he or she has learned in 2 years, can he or she do something regarding this? It can be linked with your minor projects. So these are some of the examples which we can give as minor projects. One of our teacher was telling that she was giving that energy auditing studies. That is very, very good project. Study different types of gears used in a milling machine, study different types of conductors used in milling or lathe machine, supervision of concreting operations, that is testing of aggregates and concrete at different stages. These are just some of the examples where our students have worked. You can think of your own minor project works. So that is what our students should be given, industry oriented, some project based involvement. Then we talk about the after third year, problem solving oriented workbench involvement of students for at least 8 weeks. Problem solving oriented workbench involvement, so that students have some problem solving abilities. So we can say that this can be taken as a major project work. So something like there is some projects which have been done as a major project work, like carry out productivity study of utilization of equipment or machines or men in a milling shop and work out percentage utilization and suggest for optimum utilization of resources. And action search, can our students under the guidance of our teachers can some productivity study of the utilization of equipment or machines, or can our students design some motor binding for a heavy duty mixer or grinder? A student who has done this project, now he has very roaring business in Chandigarh. He has his own enterprise for motor binding of a heavy duty, that heavy duty machines. He has done this project and now he has his own enterprise. Conduct traffic survey, because nowadays a lot of problems are with the traffic. Can we give some solution for the smooth traffic flow at the roads? Like that, can we think in what type of projects should be given to the students so that it is beneficial to the society also, to the industry also? Because in majority of institutions, but we see that they go to the some there, because in every city there are that ready-made projects are available, and they are just meeting that projects. I think you will agree with me. Ready-made projects are available in the market. They bring that and just, or if we send the students for industrial exposure, they go first day and on the last day and they get that report prepared. So we will have to change that mindset of the students so that they actually do something. So that is how we have our first year. Then they will be going for exposure oriented workbench involvement. Have second year, that academic term, and then task oriented workbench involvement. In the third year, problem solving oriented workbench involvement. Right? So that is how we can have more and more network with the industry, where industry is also benefited and we are also benefited. If they will be going to the industry, that the problem of the students of communication, interpersonal relations, that will be also solved. They will be taking initiatives. They will be showing that leadership qualities also. Because when they will be going to the world of work, they will have to communicate. They will have to ask the things. They will have to prepare some technical reports. That is how our students will be benefited. I think my majority of friends agree with this, that we can do something to the extent possible in this direction. Because when we talk about all this, then that my friends say that a lot of constraints are there in the institutions. Okay, but to the extent possible, we will have to think regarding this. How we can plan and implement this networking with the industry. First of all, we will have to do some advanced planning. If we want that this model should be successful, then there should be some advanced planning. Means we will have to also work as an individual teacher. We will have also to prepare something for the students, that how this industrial exposure, or how we will be going to the industry, we will be taking feedback from the industry, we will be showing them something that we can do for you, that we will have to plan. Then selection of proper work benches means we will have to identify proper industries, proper work benches where we can place our students, right? Then selection of appropriate tasks, because this is also very important, that we know that some of our students may be good in design, some students may be good in repair, some students may be good in supervision, or some students may be good in sales and marketing. So accordingly, we will have to place our students in the industry. Not like that we send our full class to the same industry for same task. So we will have to identify the appropriate task as per the aptitude and attitude of our students. Suppose I send a student of for the design purpose, that he will be doing some design in the industry, but he is not interested in that, he do not have that much exposure of designing, so that will be mismatch, he or she will be misfit for that task. So we will have to first interact with the students, that what are their aptitude, what are their attitudes. Then supervision and guidance by teachers. When this comes, that school teachers will be supervising, then in majority of tuition there is a problem of TADA. So how we can solve that? If we are not able to go to this for supervising, then at least can we do something on the social media, that they will be sending you daily or weekly, whatever time, fortnightly, that what they are doing, the pictures from that, what they have done from the industry, from the field. So we will have to make some groups on the social media. Can we do something? If, because I know that there is a problem of TADA in many institutions. If that is not possible, then we can have some interaction with the students through our social media. Then assessment and feedback to the students at workbenches. We will have to interact with their supervisor in the industry, that whether they are useful to you, what they are doing, how is their behavior, because we want to continue relations with the industry, not just one time we send the students and they tell us, because the students are ambassador of any institution. Whatever they will be doing in the industry, that will be reflected in our further training of students. If some of students our, they have created problem in the industry, because in majority we have heard that when they go to the industry, they start fiddling with the equipment, they do not take the responsibility, they do not have that discipline, they go anytime, come anytime, because in industry these things will not be allowed. So we will have to tell our students that you will have to be very sincere if you want to learn. Then linkage with the industry by the teachers. Most important, I will say. That is very difficult. But we will have to think that how much linkage we can have with the word of work. And very important also, industry will also have to play proactive role and provide assistance in organizing organizing work experience to students. So it is win-win situation for both. If we send some good students to the industry and industry is benefited, then they will be allowing our students to continue. They will be coming to your institution for campus placement, that please give some students to us, because that is like a free manpower to them. Even some institution, some industry, they may provide some remuneration to the students, because in some institution, when the students for go for training, there is one Punjab engineering called Chandigarh here. Dr. Sanjeev Soft has come, and there the students are getting very good remuneration, even up to 50,000, 60,000 during their training, 6 months training. And later on, they are also getting PPOs. PPO means pre-placement offers. Our chemical department, our UIT in Punjab University. So there are so many institutions I can name where the students are getting some stipend during their training, and later on they are offered appointment letters for their after their graduation. So can we think that because if you are to prepare your students for campus placement at least one semester in advance, they should be given some training. They should get prepared for that campus placement, because it is ultimately campus placement or your placement of students that matters for your further admission of the students. So that is what, my friends, I was uh, thinking to discuss in this networking with the industry. So I request all of you to kindly share your experiences, or you have any query how we can do this networking with the industry. You are also most welcome.
Sir, one question.
Yes, please.
सर हमारे यहाँ क्या है कि सेकंड सेमेस्टर का 4 वीक की इंटर्नशिप होती है.
Okay.
अब सेकंड सेमेस्टर तक बच्चा जो पढ़ता है वो कॉमन सब्जेक्ट पढ़ता है, फिजिक्स, केमिस्ट्री, मैथ्स, इंग्लिश, कंप्यूटर. तो क्या है कि सब्जेक्ट का उसे ABCD भी नहीं आता.
I think now for that you will have to make some changes in your that first year, because now as per NEP 2020 students can exit after first year. Now we have prepared curriculum for Punjab state, for Haryana state. We have changed that concept that only they will be studying common subjects. The students are given some two to three subjects of their own branch. Like in civil engineering, we are offering in first year that building materials. We are offering surveying. We are offering building construction,
Competency based.
so that some competencies is developed even during first year, so that they can go to the industry and see whatever he is learned in the first year. So for that, you will have to make some changes as per NEP 2020, as per your national NSQF also, so that there is something which the students know about his or her branch. For all the branches, we have that 30 programs for Haryana state. In every branch, we have changed that, because nowadays that first year that is not much common, that only physics, chemistry, math, English, and that some workshops. Now you will have to have some subjects of your own branch, so that they can study that also, and if they want to exit, they can exit with some training. That we have also made compulsory, that if we want to exit or not, but he will have to complete that 4 weeks industrial training also, so that he can do something in the industry. That is what the concept of your NEP 2020 और NSQF, नेशनल स्किल क्वालिफिकेशन फ्रेमवर्क।
तो वो एग्जिट शब्द क्या थोड़ा सा गलत हो जाता है। एग्जिट मींस a gestation period here.
Yes, that is, but
so that whenever he requires,
he can come back.
He can come back and then pursue.
Continue.
Further.
That is, but you are right. But in NEP, it the word multi-entry and exit, multi-entry and exit has been used. In many institutions, that has been implemented, multi-entry and exit, right?
He can then revert back.
Revert back after there is some time, that after 2 to 3 years, not like that after 10 years he will be coming back. That is not there. So for that you will have to make some regulations, right? Yes, yes.
मैं जैसे ट्रेनिंग एंड प्लेसमेंट भी देखता हूँ, तो काफी स्टूडेंट को जब हम इंडस्ट्री में भेजते हैं तो स्टूडेंट्स क्या करते हैं कि इंडस्ट्री में पहले दिन जाते हैं, लास्ट दिन,
That is what I have said.
रेटिंग शीट भरवा लेते हैं। अब जो इंडस्ट्री ऑनेस्टली उनको काम करवाना चाहती है, जैसे बच्चा गया सुबह ही मोबाइल साइड में रखा दिया, 9 से 6 बजे तक काम करता है, वहाँ कोई बच्चा जाना ही नहीं चाहता है, तो इसका क्या सॉल्यूशन है?
नहीं, इसका सॉल्यूशन ये है कि आप स्टूडेंट्स को पहले प्रिपेयर करें कि देख यू विल बी गेटिंग एम्प्लॉयमेंट, इफ यू विल डू दिस आपकी जॉब मिलेगी आपको। तो उनको कुछ आपको काउंसलिंग करनी पड़ेगी, क्योंकि बच्चों को नहीं पता, वो दे आर एट द एज ऑफ 19-20 ईयर्स, उनको नहीं अपना पता क्या स्कोप है। यू विल हैव टू प्रिपेयर देम, दैट इज व्हाट यू विल हैव टू टेल द स्टूडेंट्स। You see that you will be getting job of 20,000, 15,000, 30,000, whatever, so that students are motivated to do something.
और इंटर्नशिप में भी पैसा देने को तैयार हो जाते हैं जो ऑनेस्टली
काम करते हैं, they pay,
उन्हें लगता है कि 9 से 6 तक बन जाएगी।
वही तो स्टूडेंट्स की प्रॉब्लम है। That is what industry is concerned, that students are not want to work, only they want 3 C's. That is what I have said. चेयर हो, एसी हो और कंप्यूटर हो एसी में। दैट इज व्हाट आई हैव। गवर्नमेंट जॉब्स आर नॉट अवेलेबल इन दैट मच क्वांटिटी। यार दैट इज व्हाट आई एम सेइंग। मैं यही तो आपको, वी विल हैव टू वर्क ऑन दैट। ये मैंने और क्या बात करी है इसमें, यही तो मैं बात कर रहा हूँ कि वी विल हैव टू हैव एडवांस प्लानिंग। उनके पास कुछ ऐसा हो कि आपने करना क्या है, उनको आपको देना पड़ेगा कि आपने काम करके आना है, इसके रिप्लाई लेके आना है, ऑब्जर्व करना है। थैंक यू।